In Islam, certain things are considered haram, forbidden, and Muslims are instructed to avoid them due to religious and ethical guidelines based on the Quran and Hadith, the sayings and actions of the Prophet Muhammad. Here are some of the things that Muslims are forbidden or discouraged from interacting with, along with the reasons. Pork, pig, and its derivatives. Reason: pork is explicitly prohibited in the Quran. The Quran states, "He has only forbidden to you dead animals, blood, the flesh of swine, and that which has been dedicated to other than Allah." Surah Al-Baqarah 2:173. The prohibition of pork is based on the belief that the consumption of swine is impure and harmful to one's spiritual and physical health. Impact: Muslims avoid all products derived from pigs, including gelatin, fats, or other food and non-food products that contain pork derivatives. Usury, interest/riba. Reason: Islam strictly prohibits riba, usury or interest, as it is seen as exploitative and unjust. The Quran strongly condemns it, stating, "Allah has permitted trade and has forbidden interest." Surah Al-Baqarah 2:275. Islam promotes fairness and discourages financial systems that lead to the exploitation of the poor or those in need. Impact: Muslims are encouraged to avoid taking loans with interest, and Islamic finance offers interest-free banking options that align with these principles. Gambling. Reason: gambling is forbidden in Islam due to its potential to cause harm and addiction, as well as its reliance on chance rather than honest effort. The Quran describes gambling as defilement from the work of Satan, Surah Al-Ma'idah 5:90. It can lead to social and financial harm and is seen as a way of gaining something unjustly. Impact: Muslims refrain from any form of gambling, including betting, lottery, or other games of chance. Blood. Reason: consuming blood is forbidden in Islam, as blood is considered impure. The prohibition is in line with the broader theme of cleanliness and purification in Islamic dietary laws. The Quran states, "Forbidden to you, for food, are, dead meat, blood, the flesh of swine." Surah Al-Ma'idah 5:3. Impact: Muslims avoid food products that contain blood or blood byproducts. Carrion, dead meat. Reason: the Quran forbids the consumption of animals that have died of causes other than proper slaughter, e.g. roadkill or naturally deceased animals. Prohibited to you are dead animals, blood, the flesh of swine, and that which has been dedicated to other than Allah. Surah Al-Ma'idah 5:3. The animal must be slaughtered in the name of Allah, known as halal slaughter, to ensure that it is pure and suitable for consumption. Impact: Muslims avoid meat that is not slaughtered according to Islamic law and are cautious when purchasing meat products to ensure they are halal. Unlawful sexual relations, zina. Reason: Islam forbids extramarital and premarital sexual relationships, as well as any form of sexual immorality. These actions are considered harmful to both individuals and society. The Quran says, "And do not approach unlawful sexual intercourse. Indeed, it is ever an immorality and is evil as a way." Surah Al-Isra 17:32. Impact: Muslims are encouraged to preserve chastity and to engage in sexual relations only within the bounds of marriage. Idolatry, shirk. Reason: the most severe sin in Islam is shirk, the act of associating partners with Allah. This includes worshipping idols, humans, or anything other than the one true God. The Quran stresses monotheism and considers shirk a grave transgression. Verily, Allah forgives not that partners should be set up with him, in worship, but he forgives except that, anything else, to whom he wills. Surah An-Nisa 4:48. Impact: Muslims avoid practices or symbols associated with idol worship and ensure that their prayers and acts of worship are directed solely to Allah. Falsehood and deceit. Reason: honesty and integrity are fundamental virtues in Islam, and lying or engaging in deceitful practices is considered sinful. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Truthfulness leads to righteousness, and righteousness leads to paradise." A man continues to speak the truth until he is recorded as a truthful person with Allah. Falsehood leads to wickedness, and wickedness leads to hellfire. Sahih Muslim. Impact. Muslims are expected to practice honesty in all aspects of life, including business, social interactions, and personal conduct. Alcohol and intoxicants. Reason. The consumption of alcohol and any intoxicating substances is strictly forbidden in Islam. The Quran states, "O you who have believed, indeed, intoxicants, gambling, sacrificing on stone altars, to other than Allah, and divining arrows are but defilement from the work of Satan, so avoid it." Surah Al-Ma'idah 5 hours 90 minutes. The purpose of this prohibition is to ensure mental clarity, avoid harm, and prevent addiction. Impact. Muslims abstain from alcohol in all forms, including beer, wine, and spirits, and avoid situations where they might be tempted to consume these substances.